Everybody, Brickhouse here with another video, and Lucasfilm, or it'd be more aptly described as Disney Lucasfilm's failures. How Disney Lucasfilm has destroyed 3 franchises. This is from Screen Rant. IndianaJones 5's $154 million box office letdown completes Lucasfilm's 3 franchise failure. Indiana Jones's $154 million box office haul signals growing frustration in how Disney and Lucasfilm handled their 3 most beloved franchises. As we know, Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones and the Insufferable Feminist, has bombed at the box office to the tune of $154 million so far. And this is really, when you think about it, completed the trifecta when it comes to Disney Lucasfilm. You've got the Indiana Jones franchise. You have Willow, which the reincarnation of Willow was 1 season on Disney Plus and effectively canceled. And then, of course, what they've done to Star Wars. In other words, Disney has no idea what to do with these franchises. They just don't. Besides, you know, killing off Han, Leia, of course. That was a whole different story. And then making Luke Skywalker out to be this old curmudgeon of a Jedi. And of course, all 3 have since passed on in the Star Wars universe. So now it's up to Rey Palpatine to reconstitute and lead the Jedi. And, you know, it'd be real easy to look at the myriad of comics, the myriad of graphic novels, books that have been written in the Star Wars universe, and adapt those stories into movies, into Disney Plus shows. But Disney doesn't want to pay the intellectual property rights fees, so they don't. Same thing could be said for Indiana Jones. There are books, there are graphic novels out there, there are stories out there that have been written to continue the adventures of Indiana Jones, but Disney doesn't want to pay the rights fees to turn those stories into a TV series or a movie. They could have done so much better with Indiana Jones 5. So much better. If they would have adapted the rumored script that was out there that Steven Spielberg had. I know it would have been a lot better than what they put out, with Indiana Jones playing second fiddle in his own movie to Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Helena Shaw, and her version of Short Round. I mean, think about this. And this article touches on it. In the 1980s, Lucasfilm essentially created the blockbuster formula that audiences see today. The initial Star Wars sequels, Indiana Jones and the fantasy film Willow, all premiered throughout the 80s and created loyal fan bases who are highly protective of those franchises. When Disney acquired Lucasfilm from George Lucas in 2012, the deal intrigued fans due to the divisive Star Wars prequels and the fourth Indiana Jones movie. Yet, after a promising entry in The Force Awakens, I wouldn't say it was that promising. It was basically retelling, in my opinion, retelling the story of A New Hope. Lucasfilm has been plagued by canceled Star Wars projects, stalled productions, and final sequels criticized by fans for ruining Lucasfilm's original legacy. George Lucas had a plan. He gave them the plan and they just crumpled it up and said, nope, we don't want it. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has grossed $250 million against a reported $300 million budget. That doesn't include marketing and advertising, which is probably another $150 million. So you're talking $450 million. Yet the film would have to make at least twice its budget to break even. No, this movie would have to make not $600 million, try close to $1 billion to break even. Indiana Jones' disappointing box office signals a trend for other Lucasfilm properties and their reception over the past few years. 2018 Solo bombed. Yeah, it bombed. The Rise of Skywalker's $1 billion box office was disappointing due to a lower box office draw and reception compared to its predecessors. Earlier this year, Lucasfilm's Willow series was also canceled after one season. The blockbuster franchises of the 80s are simply no longer the exciting and innovative movies of today. They can be. But you have a bunch of people writing, directing, and producing that would rather go woke and interject their personal beliefs and feelings into a movie or TV show versus let's create characters and develop those characters and allow people to connect to those characters and tell a good story. Each franchise is plagued by individual troubles, yet they share problems that put Lucasfilm and fans at a loss. First, the cost of making the films is too expensive. Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark cost $66 million adjusted for inflation compared to Indiana Jones 5's $300 million budget set up for failure today. Star Wars and Indiana Jones also have multiple writers, directors, and producers, each vying for their own version of the franchise compared to George Lucas and his team's singular vision in the 1980s. Finally, the new films cater to the nostalgia of the older films in that they offer little new in story and vision, leaving fans underwhelmed. Audience are more cautious about what Disney and Lucasfilm have to offer. After 7 years in production, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was marketed as Harrison Ford's final ride as the title character. Due to high production costs and low theater attendance, audiences may never see Indy again. Unless they decide to go ahead and make Phoebe Waller-Bridge the new Indiana Jones, because that's essentially what they were setting up with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Or the Dial of Dysentery. Willow will not see a new entry soon, and Star Wars movies continue to be announced and disappear. The overall message from Lucasfilm fans is, without a clear vision or purpose, leave these movies alone. Simply because the new movie has the same stars does not mean the movie has the same magic. And yes, that leads to the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is running the show, overseeing Lucasfilm, and she is the one responsible for the mess that Disney Lucasfilm is in. Now, people have been saying, oh, she's gone now. She's going to be gone. Well, no, she's going to leave when she is ready to leave on her own. So with that, I ask, what do you think? What do you think Disney should do with Lucasfilm? Or what should Disney Lucasfilm do with their properties that they have essentially destroyed? Comment down below, share your thoughts. And while you're at it, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell to get notified when my content becomes available here on YouTube. You could also follow me over on Rumble and Odyssey. And as always, I thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you later.